28mm RPG, Rick here. And we have the gang with us. We are over over beside me here, Josh, playing
Hello?
Ember. And down below is Spencer. He will be playing 𝙏𝙍𝘼𝙑𝙀𝙀𝙀𝙍.
𝙏𝙍𝘼𝙑𝙀𝙀𝙀, the security guard.
And over in the kitty corner from me, once again, is Shadow from Shadow and Sun playing Warren Ajax.
Howdy, folks.
There's lots to say. Okay, and for tonight's session, it's going to be a one shot once again. Maybe it'll be a two for one shot. Never know. See how it goes tonight. We have ourselves the usual 90 minutes in order to complete our tasks, which is to role play. And I'm going to be doing some adjustments for myself. I'm going to be trying to stay in narrator form as much as possible, keeping the short sentences, and I will not be moving any players. So the players must move themselves. So remember, gentlemen, to always state where you are moving towards or where you're at and your action for that duration. And yeah, it should be fairly easy and simple. So let us begin. Sound effects. So starting off, we are on board the thanks for the mention there, sick guitar from Big Bad RPG. Yeah, it's
got a thumbs up. We know who's watching now.
That's cool. Alrighty, so let's get into it here. So the what is the name of this ship and everything? Oh my god,
Ember Sky.
I think.
The Ember Sky. That is true. Go ahead and write that down. Ember Sky.
The one who creates it.
All right, so came out of the jump flight. You see before you guys, you are all sitting in the bridge. You, Tristan, and 𝙏𝙍𝘼𝙑𝙀𝙀𝙀𝙀, Ember. The scene appears before you. You see the star system schematic pop up in front of you, showing you a gas giant, several small moons around it, and such. Tristan looks over and says, all right, I'm getting a signal here. Right on. This is what I'm looking for. He looks at you guys. My ex, she's out here someplace. I got a spot on her, on the responder on her lab ship. Appears to be, comes up. Looks like it's out on the horizon of that gas giant.
It's over there. The ship, I see it.
You do? Let's get a...
We need to move over there.
It comes up, moves in. You see this lab ship. Show it to you guys. That's your ship. Scene. And sorry for those that are watching, but I am showing some stuff here. Here. Just for anybody that is watching. And yeah, it is a circular type of craft. There is, just to let you know, there is no central ship's boat on there. It is just a little open ring in the bottom on there. But there is another scout ship. And stuff is coming up on the screens, and you're seeing that the scout ship that is kind of parked next to the drop ship. I mean, not drop ship, lab ship, is a it says hitting this thing. Thunderstorm. ISL Thunderstorm. Name of the starship.
What ship is that? Why is it over there? What are we? Wait, is it going to be a threat to us?
It doesn't seem to be doing anything right now. It just seems to be parked.
I'm going to move and I'm going to go to my scanner and I'm going to go scan it to see if there's any life forms on it, first of all.
Start bringing up the comms and stuff, and you're trying to check that all out. Go ahead and roll electronics, please, for me.
1d6.
No, it's 2d6.
I knew that.
And if you do not have electronics, roll your.
Oh, I did it twice. I didn't even see the first one. Okay, here we go.
Okay. And just let me go ahead and check here.
I don't have any electronics.
No, you're unskilled.
Yeah.
So
okay.
so just roll the unskilled, please. Thank you. You hit something and the system goes ahead and says error and goes ahead and shuts down.
Seeing this, I will you look at Dex. Like, what did you do?
Well, I tried to see if there was anyone on this.
Let me do it. I am going to scan the ship and see what I can come up with.
It comes up instantly. You can make a roll.
Yeah. 9. You got something, all right.
Somebody's got a train coming through. Space train. Oh boy, that sounded loud.
Space trains.
All right, yeah, may as well mute your mic. The trains here take a long time to get through. Let me go ahead and stop the screen cap here. There we go. All right. So yeah, you're getting a scan, Amber, and what you're noticing is it's indicating that there are no life forms on the scout ship. However, you are getting some sort of a reading coming from inside the lab ship. You are getting 2 life forms by what you can see.
I am going to raise them on the communications, open frequency, and hello, is anybody there? This is the starship, the Ember Sky. Hello, is anyone there?
Doesn't appear they're responding. It's bad news.
Okay, I will. I'm just gonna let everyone know. Ember to crew. It looks like we potentially have 2 life forms inside the lab ship, but no one's responding.
Well, says the pilot of the ship. Damn. Cheryl's got to be somewhere around here.
Where would be the most likely place for us to check?
Well, maybe she's one of the 2 life forms that are left on the lab ship.
Yeah. Well,
I'm going to get suited and booted. I'm going to go get ready to board that ship if we're going to be going up to that.
Yeah.
All right.
Take us in, and I'll go with you and get suited up as well.
He your pilot goes ahead and starts accelerating towards the destination. You hear the maneuver drive fire up behind you, and he ends up getting closer and closer and closer, and suddenly you see something of a bright flash come out of the side of the lab ship, almost like a streak of light goes ahead and pierces through the side of it. It kind of explodes on the side. You can see like debris shatter all over the place on the one area.
Oh, my eyes! Oh, I'm blinded.
What the hell was that? I'm going to run back over to the computer and run a scan and detect what
Electronics roll again, please.
energy signatures that was, potentially.
And the computer goes ahead and runs a little bit of a diagnostic. It's indicating that it is some sort of high intensity beam energy. It postulates that it could be either a particle accelerator or a some sort of high energy output device.
I'm gonna look at Tristan. What the hell do they have on that ship?
Well, it does have turrets and stuff, but he's kind of looking at it. Didn't come from any of those.
Must have been something that they were researching, or perhaps someone else.
He's like, well, looking at the debris that's scattered around, something that either exploded on the side of this lab ship or something. Nothing's coming up on our scopes, like, you know, nothing on comms or nothing. This is really unsettling.
Yeah, well, guess I'm gonna go get kitted out and pitch around for any explosives. Guess we need them.
Says I'll maneuver us around and try to keep an eye out. You guys go ahead and get ready for a rendezvous with the lab ship.
Okay,
He goes
I'm
in.
ready to go. I'm waiting to get onto the ship to do some recon to see what's going on there.
Yeah.
Put on
I get you.
Vex suit just in case because of the hull breach.
He ends up maneuvering the ship around and trying to get closer and closer to it. He kind of starts coming around very close to the other scout ship. You can see that the everything's kind of on a lockdown on that scout ship.
Well, that doesn't look good. What could have gone wrong here, Tristan?
He's bringing up little stats and stuff. I'm getting indication that this thing's registered to Ajax Warren. Let me go ahead and check that up.
Yeah, you better, because something doesn't look right here. Why is it all locked down?
Well, it's registered to, okay, so Warren, and it's also got a co-registration by Frank Hustle. No idea who those guys are.
Frank. Weird name.
Pulling up
the
a
ship. Am I able to get on there to see what's going on?
Well, that's we'll find out as soon as we get there. Let me go ahead and pull up around to it. He goes ahead and engages the thrusters to go ahead and pull up upside the scout ship. And you can see that the scout ship is separated from the lab ship. And it's kind of just floating there. And he's like, oh, this ain't good. The telemetry on this on the flight on this thing says this thing is slowly making its way to the atmosphere, starting to decay in orbit.
So what you're saying is there's no way to dock on this ship.
Well, yeah, we don't have a ship's boat. You're gonna have to go ahead and EVA yourself across over there. I'll keep the ship kind of on spot, unless you guys want me to come with you too.
No, you stay on the ship and pilot this thing. I'm gonna jump off and I'm gonna try and go through the bay door there and see what I can make of it.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
Alrighty, I'll keep her steady. I'll let you know if there's any change in the in our descent or anything like that.
Roger that.
Okay, guys, good luck. Hope you can find Cheryl and hopefully the rest of her crew. They've been missing for a bit.
All right. Well, here we go. We're jumping off.
Yep.
All right, you end up heading towards the into the airlock. It opens up.
I take a look around and I notice there's nothing in front of me. I'm gonna do
there's
a
just the
recon.
airlock. There's just the airlock in front of you.
Yeah. I open the airlock.
It goes ahead and sucks the air out, and then suddenly the other airlock door opens up, revealing to you the outer space of the gas giant down below you, making it really looking precarious with all the space between you and the ship to float against. You see the scout ship, and then you see the docking ring, which does have a little portal in it, which goes deep into the shaft, which goes into the main of the ring.
So we're in the building.
You're in the airlock, still looking out.
Okay. Well,
So,
step
do we want to
one,
go
we
for
haven't exploded.
the lab ship, or do we want to head to the scout ship to take a look there first?
Let's take a look at the lab ship. This is what we came for.
I'll do that. I'll head on ahead and work on getting the airlock open.
You're making your way across over towards where the ring is in order to get into where you can enter the lab ship.
Yeah.
And give me a vacuum suit roll, please.
Okay.
Nice. Alrighty. Yeah, you go ahead and make your way there fairly easily. And as you get across, it's just little bits of debris kind of flinging around everywhere in the vicinity from the ship. And Dutch, you are looking through the airlock.
So far, the coast is clear. Let's keep working our way forward.
Okay. Roll your vacuum suit, please.
Trying to find it.
Skills. It should be under.
Don't have one.
Character skills.
Dutch, does not have it. Unskilled, please.
All right.
You're making your way. You're kind of veering off in a slightly off kilter direction.
Seeing this, I'm going to grab for him.
Okay, you go ahead and maneuver your way and head on towards him. You get next to him.
Easy there, soldier. Don't want you getting spaced on us now.
Well, it's funny how I don't come equipped with this vac suit. I have training in it. It's just I don't have it on person. So if this thing wants to do a mind of its own, it's a rental. It must be.
Yeah. We'll get you patched up and kind of guide him. along back to the airlock.
You head on. You're going towards the ring, and you're looking in there. You can see that there's a few things kind of just floating around on the inside there, down the shaft. You can also see that further on is kind of lit with a light in front of what appears to be a valve of some form, a big door valve kind of idea.
Well, we need to open that.
Yep, I will.
We need to see what's on the other side there, because it looks like there's no gravitation in there.
Go on to the control panel and open this baby up.
You get yourself over to the control panel. You notice that the control panel has already been jury-rigged by the looks of it.
Okay.
Are we going to have to brute force this thing?
No, I'll use the same thing that the last person did and get this thing open.
Right.
By the looks of it, all you have to do is basically punch it open.
Okay, yep. I'll open it up and in we go.
It opens up. And inside you see a kind of like a very kind of a littered area. You see more kind of like empty containers kind of just floating on their own. Further down you can see another like a little room that looks like a storage locker kind of thing. And beside that, an iris spell.
Okay.
Let's see what that iris valve does.
Yeah. While he's doing that, Tristan, can you get a pinpoint on the location of the 2 life signs? In what general vicinity?
I'm getting a reading over. Let's see. They're about where you guys are. They're about halfway on the other side of the ship.
Okay. And you know if they have a map to this thing, or make it the easiest way to find this.
Well, we got some variations of the lab ships. This one is particularly customized, so may not be exactly what you expect.
Well, send over what blueprints you can, and we will use them to help us at least.
Okay. He sends you over the schematic over your comms. You're getting this over reading. What you are seeing is that normally this would go ahead and come out into an area where there will be 2 passages, one heading up one end of the up the ring, the other one heading the opposite way. Sorry. And from what you can see from the basic schematics is that there'll be a series of staterooms along each side, going up either way, and then it'll head into what appears to be like either a like there's variations where there'll be like a recreational kind of facility. Some of them will have lab, equipment facilities. They're all kinds of different varieties, so you're kind of like up in the air of which ones this one will be. The Everest doesn't have anything particularly listed as its typical schematic by the looks of it.
Okay. The when we saw the explosion, it was on the left. I remember, left or right side.
From where you estimate is about the 50% mark, going on the opposite end of the ring.
Okay, so like right on the other side of us, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, while you're talking to Tristan there, I'm just gonna hit this valve and see what happens. This iris valve and see what happens.
It opens up, and you can look down there, and it's like It just looks like another valve at the very end of a long passage. It kind of gives this weird kind of echoey sound. This long kind of, like, you can see a wrench floating through the air by itself, kind of twisting. You can see what looks to be little droplets of blood in the air, kind of like around you, because you've seen this before.
This doesn't look good.
You can also see that there's like these little streak marks along the side of the paneling, following down that shaft. It looks like almost like a hand. Streak marks all along.
Well, I'm pulling out my pistol and shall we head down?
Keep that thing pointed downrange, man, because we're gonna be entering some crazy stuff here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep working my way down this hallway.
Yep, you keep on maneuvering your way down, kind of, bumping into a couple of things as you go along. In the meantime, Warren, you are in the area of the particle accelerator that you had just unleashed. It is still doing its downtime, it had been just fired. It had overheated by the looks of it. You can kind of see steam and everything coming out of the sides from it, just issuing out. Frank is beside you. He's kind of still coughing a bit from his crushed trachea.
Don't worry, Frank. You're going to be fine.
Oh, be okay, Warren. He's kind of looking at you. See, did we kill it?
Oh yeah, deader than a doornail. Let's get you to the what's left of the med bay.
He kind of grabs a hold of you and clings on to you.
I'm gonna see if I can find a gurney or a rolling table or something to make this easier for him.
He points at the next iris valve. It does say medical facilities.
Don't worry, buddy. I got you. We'll proceed.
You proceed over to the iris valve.
Pop it open.
Opens up, and in here you see you notice that there's a couple of gurneys. There is a medical kind of hyper chamber that's built in here, used for like an auto dock. And also there is you can see that the gurneys have been used. There's a couple of them have blood on them. But you take Frank over to the auto dock.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stick him in there.
See if I can power it up and let it do its job.
And you can roll a medical. Beautiful. You operate this like a pro. It starts pinpointing exactly where his crushed larynx is. It starts start working. It gives you like a little bit of a countdown on how long the procedure's going to take, and it starts working its way. You can see like little lasers start working its way onto where his area of his trachea is. It starts working
Hand
away
on his
on
shoulder. We got this, buddy.
And in the meantime, Dutch and Ember, you continue on down towards the next valve, and you can see that there is definitely smears of blood on the control panel on here as you approach it, Dutch.
All right, this doesn't look good. I'm gonna pull out my my gauze pistol and hope there's nothing on the other side of that door because they're gonna receive some hell.
Yeah. While he's doing that, I'm going to go over to the blood and check and see if I can tell if it's human or
You
perhaps.
you approach the blood. You can see that it's kind of like a kind of like a pill kind of shape floating in the in space.
Okay. Oh, pick it up and
It's hard
Yeah,
actually. You pick it up and it's kind of like a it's already been kind of coagulated and hardened up,
Okay.
turned kind of reddish black.
Well, I'll take a little bit with me and maybe later on see if I can analyze it. See if we can find out what happened here.
Yeah, you collect the sample.
Make sure
And,
you keep that pistol handy there, Ember. We don't know
Yes.
what we're walking into here.
Not my first rodeo.
Hey, guys, you hear a corp from Bowditch.
Go ahead.
I have a incoming vessel. Just entered the system now. By the looks of it, maybe a 300 ton.
What's the
Unregistered.
classification? Is it a carrier or a cruiser?
Unregistered. It's safari ship, maybe something like that.
Better have some good strobe lights on there if it's a party ship.
Safari ship.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said party
Alright.
ship.
Well, pull back, keep an eye on it, and appraise us of what it's doing, and if you can get any other information from it without getting caught.
Well, I'm just gonna stick it out here, guys, and I mean, if they approach, they approach.
If they start approaching you, contact us. We'll try and make haste to go back and help you out there.
Roger that.
Yeah.
He cuts the communication.
Ember, we need to haul ass here, man.
Yeah, radio silence for now, and
Let's just
see if
try
we
and
can
get through
figure out
these
what
doors.
the hell happened here.
Yeah.
All right, I'll approach on one side of the door. You take the other.
Roger that. Ready?
Ready?
Open it.
Open up the
It opens up, and you see something just go whoosh right past the door.
Whoa! What the hell was that? Where is it going?
And it's like gone, like it just flashed right across. What you're looking at is apparently the floor from above.
Holy.
You can see that there's like a handrail that has a support and everything. There's blood on that handrail as well, smeared all over.
Oh, looks like someone got messed up good.
Yeah.
And do a quick check of it. See how fresh it is, or if it's like the other stuff, fairly.
It's
Like,
yeah,
yeah,
darkened quite a bit.
Okay, looks like it wasn't recent. So shall we keep going, and hopefully we don't run into whatever did this?
I hope so. Let's keep going. We can't stop.
Yeah, and if we come across a computer comms room, I'll check the cameras, see if we can't get a better idea of what the heck actually happened here.
Roger that. Let's keep going.
Okay.
Spencer, Dutch, you end up grabbing onto the handholds, get yourself down to the underneath, and you can feel the gravity take hold of you right now. Make one check with your vac suit, please. And you manage to catch yourself as you hit the ground, and you brace yourself.
Man, what a fall.
You can see from your position here that there is a an area that goes from one to the other. There is a valve which has been opened on one side, and you see a valve further down from the other side, but you also see a little side valve as well. Iris.
What the hell kind of system is going on in here?
You alive down there?
Yeah, I think so. I got a
Okay.
whole maze down here now.
I'll head down right there to join you. I'm gonna head down and join them.
Yep. Just make yourself a roll, please, for your vac suit. Beauty. And yeah, you end up plunging down, no problem. Taking a look, and yeah, you basically see besides you open iris valve, which continues on into a hallway. And further on, you can see that there on the other side, as you turn, you can see that it's a corridor that goes down a ways, closed iris valve. And you can kind of see on the side, somewhat looks like there's an iris valve as well there.
Told you there's a maze.
So,
What way do you want to go?
Small one first. See if
Small
maybe
one.
it'll lead to something we can use.
Let's do it.
Okay,
You're
so we'll
going-
head down the smaller one, not the main.
You're going through the open one, or
Um,
through the one down the hall to the or the one to the side.
The one to the side, the smaller one to the
Okay.
side.
Alrighty. You head over towards that valve to the side. Check it out. And yeah, it says maintenance on there. It's indicating maneuver drive room B.
Okay, do we want to the maneuver drive? Do we want to bother checking it out, or should we just go?
I better check it out. We got to see if this thing is moving or automatic or dead or what.
Okay, see if you can find any schematics or something for this place. Might help us to navigate a little bit easier.
All right,
So,
let's open
And
the
then-
door.
Dutch opens the
Factor
door.
6.
Dutch opens the door. And you can see in this area, it looks like some form of just a maintenance room.
All right, well, something's got to be working down here.
You can see that there's a couple of containers in there. Looks like somewhat of a jumbled mess in there. You can see that there is some cargo containers in that area. Other than that, some tarps and that sort of thing.
For a maintenance room, it doesn't really have much for maintenance.
You haven't moved anything around, so.
Oh, that's my
True.
first sight on it. All right, let's see what's underneath this tarp.
You unleash, pull the tarp across. You can see that there's like a work table and stuff. You can also see that there's some weird kind of stuff underneath. Like it looks like some sort of a mechanical kind of a piece of like elongated metal of some form. It looks like it's been rusty, like old, ancient. But looking at the metal on it, it looks rather strange. Has kind of like streaks running through it, almost like kind of like a circuit board kind of looking.
What do you make of this, Ember?
Not sure. I'll check it out and see if I can recognize it.
You're looking it over and you're kind of like postulating on what it could be. This looks like either something very, very ancient had been dug up. You can tell that it's got like dirt on it. There's obviously no dirt on a starship.
So something that's on planet side somewhere, but what's it
Mhm.
doing here? That's the
From
question. We'll
a
take it with us.
convoy exploration posse.
Yeah,
I don't
hopefully,
know, but that looks weird having dirt on it.
we'll take it with us, and hopefully, if Cheryl's still alive, she can tell us what this thing is.
Roger that.
Other than that, I'm going to see if there's anything I'm going to look around and grab anything I can put together to maybe make it go boom if I need to.
You're looking around. You're just basically seeing some electronic kits. There is some other strange like torches and stuff like that. There's acetylene, that sort of thing.
I'll grab what I can for if I need a cutting torch as well as some just the chemicals for it, and if I need
Alright,
to
grab what you
set
need to
something
grab.
off.
It's they're fairly fairly bulky kind of bottles
okay.
and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get
Uh,
out of here and
yeah.
keep exploring this base here. Time
I'll make a
is
note
imminent.
of where all that stuff is in case I need it, but we'll leave it there. rather than
Kristen,
dragging
is
it
that
around.
ship doing anything else so far?
Nothing. I haven't seen it. Nothing. It's decaying in orbit, says 𝙏𝙍𝘼𝙑𝙀𝙍.
Roger that. Keep us posted. Okay, let's go right.
Okay, towards the open.
Yeah.
Well, as you exit out, you do notice that there are some streaks on the wall on the side going to the closed hatch on the one side.
Okay, well, that's kind of spooky.
Hmm.
I got my pistol out. You have yours out.
Yep.
Let's try and open this door and see what happens.
Okay, sounds good. We will.
So the one on the right or left.
The closed one that
Yeah.
Yep.
the split picture was towards.
It opens up, and we go to Warren. Warren, you see that the countdown is finished on the auto dock. It's finished its process. It goes ahead and okays you to remove patient.
Help him out.
And yeah, you get Frank out. He's like, "Oh, Warren, I can talk. Thank goodness. Oh, thank you, Warren."
Hey, Frank, we need one of these on the ship, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yes, but it's integrated with the lab ship, unfortunately.
How long do you think it would take to transfer it? Weeks?
Oh, if weeks. Probably be best if we salvage the ship as our own. If that was the case, Warren.
Yeah.
However, if you recall, we do need to have the fuses. I believe we have 2 of them so far.
Right.
For the maneuver drive. He's looking around. He goes ahead and makes sure he has all his stuff with him, and he's checking himself out. I think that is all. I should be okay, but I feel a little dizzy.
Well, why don't you have a seat for a minute? I'm going to rifle through the cabinets here, see if there's anything we can, take with us just in case something like that happens again. So we're a little better prepared.
You go rummaging through the cabinets, and you're finding, some different kinds of painkillers, that sort of stuff, sediment, that sort of stuff. You go ahead and grab whatever's useful.
Absolutely. If it ain't nailed down and I can fit it in my pockets, it's going with.
Yeah, you find a bunch of anticoagulant stuff that'll help you with breathing in atmospheres, that sort of stuff. It's all kinds of different things like that. You just grab a bunch of stuff.
Whatever I can't carry, I'll start tossing to Frank. Have him, do the same. Load up.
Okay, he's putting stuff into his pockets and everything. And as you are doing that, touch an ember. The door opens. And you see a hallway continuing on. You can see that there are some streaks on the floor this time. and they continue on kind of off to the side into another little side room with an iris valve. And further on, you can see that the passageway continues on and it curves along the, it kind of like in a ring kind of slope upwards from your position. And you don't see anything up ahead except for, the flickering of some lights.
All right, Ember. Well, we're going to check this room out. We might as well start following the blood trail to see if she's a part of the deceased.
Yeah, see who's still kicking.
Yeah.
So
Approach the iris valve.
You ready?
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Let's open it.
Get this thing open it up.
You punch it. It opens up. You can see what looks to be a room with a bunch of desks. Looks like computers. It's a fairly decently huge room area. You can see about 5-6 desks, little kind of like compartments for, people, cubicles for people to work in. Lots of papers, all that stuff around. You also see the streaks continue on in towards where there is a stateroom door. The stateroom door is open.
Okay. You want to head in there? I'm going to check out these computers and let me know if you need my help.
Yeah, I'm going to carry on ahead, and I was just going to ask you to check those computers.
Yeah. Pull what info I can off of them.
All right.
Okay. So, Amber, roll electronics for your going through the computer.
Yeah.
And Dutch, you approach the stateroom door. It is slightly open. It appears as you are coming along towards it, it looks to be like almost like a private office of some form.
All right, I'm going to finish. I'm going to widen that door. I'm going to open it right up.
Slide it across, and inside you see a figure sitting in the chair of the desk. And from what you can see of it, its eyes have been like scratched out of its head. And you can see it's missing fingers on one side. The other hand seems to be whole, but it's kind of like, hands out and on the desk, like, stiff and everything. It's very rigid looking.
My God, what happened to you?
Yeah, you're looking him over, and you can see that there is a little badge on the side of his collar here. It says Lawrence on it. Commander Lawrence.
Hey, Amber.
Yeah.
Do you know anyone by the name of Lawrence?
Not that I can think of. Was there a computer in there?
As you are bringing up stuff, Ember, on the computer as you're talking to him, you're getting a crew manifest popping up, and you are noticing that, there is a Sar Lawrence. He's the commander pilot for the lab ship. You're also getting a few more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people are on the manifest of this ship.
Okay. Make sure that Cheryl is on the.
Yeah, Cheryl Riggs is assigned as a security officer.
Okay.
Well, there's nothing else down in this office.
Well, if there's
It looks like there's fingers missing and his eyes are missing. It's almost like a certain thumbprint manifest that you need to do, or some eye checked for a safe.
Possibly. Yeah, I'll head over there and see if I can access this personal terminal.
Okay.
Roger
Yeah.
that.
Very well. Warren, you and Frank have finished rummaging through everything. And Warren's like looking around, kind of like, I hear something in the distance.
What's it sound like?
Sounds like a hiss of air.
All right. Well, let's continue looking for the rest of the chips. Otherwise, we're going to need to get the heck out of here because this thing's going to make planet fall, and I don't want to be on it when that happens.
Roger. Frank follows along with you. He's got his pistol out. Ready when you are, Warren.
Let's make it through the door and continue a more or less systematic search.
The next iris valve opens, and you can see further on. All right. It opens up into a large laboratory area where you can see there's appears to be some sort of apparatus along a kind of like a big kind of surgical table. And in this room, it looks like you can see that there's kind of like dark splotches all over on the table itself. Like something had like splattered on it. There's all these kind of like these long kind of tendrils coming down from the ceiling, which are attached to different kind of looks like either medical or probing devices.
And what's on the table?
Just it's empty, just the table, but it's got like little splotches of kind of like that rusty kind of material that you had found in that one case.
I'm gonna check out around the table, see if there's any shelves underneath it, anything like that, or the rest of the room. See if I can maybe find what this was analyzing.
You're looking around and you're trying to check things out. You're pulling out these pans of look like some of it has some of that material on it, and it looks like it's been cataloged with a catalog number on there, as if it was being analyzed through data.
I'm then going to look for whatever receptacle, carry bag that these things were brought into this room with and try and put them back in that and take them with us.
You're looking around for a possible case that these have come out of, and it does not look like there was any case in here. You do see little chunks of this kind of deteriorated metal on the table itself, like something had been dissected here or something with these probes from above.
What do you make of this, Frank? I'm thinking they pulled up some more of those artifacts.
It's like it's totally subjective to me, though, what has been going on here. Warren, don't know. I have no idea.
All right, let's finish rifling the room and move on.
He nods and keeps a watch out on either side. And
Still hearing things, Frank?
he says, "Yes, I still hear that far distance hissing from back there, where we came from."
You think we might have a leak?
That was a rather powerful blast that came out of that thing.
Wouldn't mind taking that with us too.
It's pretty big, Warren. May take more than us two to go ahead and carry it out.
Man's got a dream.
It could be possibly retrofitted onto the onto our ship, but I don't think we have the power capability to fire that thing.
I'm just thinking that if we can't find the chips, we got to make it worth our while here and drag something back with us. We got payments to make, we got bills to pay, and I don't know about you, but I'm awful hungry.
Roger that. Oh, here. He pulls out a snack pack for you and throws it to you.
Hey, always thinking ahead. Love that.
Yeah. It may not be to your taste, though.
At this point, shoe leather doesn't sound bad. I'll pop that open and continue rummaging and then head toward the next door.
You actually find that the morsel that he gave you is quite tasty. A little spicy, though.
Don't suppose you got any tasty beverages in that pouch of yours either, do you?
He kind of pulls out a pack. He says, well, if you like that, you may like this better. He hands it to you.
Uh-oh. Dig in.
You go ahead and pop the straw in and you sip it back. It's kind of a really spicy, kind of almost cinnamon kind of rush that you get in your mouth as it goes in. Very spicy.
Great. We're gonna have to stock these on the ship.
Make sure you got a good toilet.
Very well, Warren. And then in the meantime, Dutch and Ember, you're basically in the main what's it called, a personal office, and you start bringing up you've got just basically the people on the ship. You also get some information, some sort of like photographs that have been taken by the looks of it on a planet's surface. By the looks of it, looks like there's a kind of a survey note on there as well, and appears to be some pictures of a video that comes up, and it pops up and it shows they're kind of holding what looks to be an ancient kind of hand, and they're like maneuvering it around in front of a camera. It's kind of not quite high res, but it's kind of grainy looking. But it almost looks like that material that you had encountered.
Okay. Well, I definitely found something. Whether or not there's something that has to do with what's going on here.
Something that we haven't seen yet.
Yep.
Well, if that's all that computer has, we better keep moving.
Yep.
Let's get out of here and keep moving down the line here around the time frame.
Well, it looks like altogether, including this guy, there were 9 people, so we
Okay.
got 8 more that are around somewhere.
Hopefully. Let's keep going.
There's no other way out of this area, so you head on back into the main area with all the cubicles. You pass through there. You come up to the iris valve. It opens into the passage. It opens up. And once again, you see the hallway going left and right. You can continue right, which is the direction that you were heading. Or you can go back.
Keep heading the same way or go back to where it was open already?
Keep going. We'll keep going right.
Okay.
Sounds good. When in doubt, always turn right.
That's
It's
right.
harder to get lost.
You head on up towards the hallway. Keeps on ascending upwards. Doesn't feel like you're walking upwards, but it looks like it. Slowly making your way up through that hallway. You come up to a door. It comes into view. You can kind of see that there's lights blinking on the floor ahead as you are approaching. And as it comes around, you can see the door coming in sight. You can see a have like a little bit of a warning sign flickering on the outside of the doors that have been shut, sealing the area.
Oh,
Is there some sort of screen on the side there that we can take a look, Ember?
yeah. Oh, I'm
Yes.
first I'm gonna radio. Hey, Tristan, can you pick up our location?
Yeah. Looks like you guys are coming up to the area where the explosion occurred.
Okay. And how's the situation with the other ship?
The ship hasn't moved. Oh, hold on.
The big one.
Yeah, it seems to be. Yeah, it looks like it's turning towards us.
Okay, towards the lab ship or to you specifically?
Towards us, the lab ship, general vicinity. He says
Okay.
it looks like, yeah, their ETA is going to be probably in a couple hours.
Can you see if there's any visible armaments on it, or?
He kind of looks at, kind of does a little check himself. He's like, yeah, it looks like they've got some armament on that. They've got at least 2 turrets from what I can see.
Okay, not heavy, not a military craft, but
Oh
probably
no,
like a raider or something.
But we're definitely outgunned. I only have one turret on this ship.
Yeah, no, definitely don't try to fight it, but at least we know it's not a heavy military cruiser or the like.
It's like, this lab ship has 4 turrets on it.
We're trying to make our way through it to find the armory.
Yeah, so far we found the Commander Sar Lawrence, and something bad happened to him. He had no eyes and was missing his fingers. What were they even trying to do on this ship? Did she tell you anything?
Nothing.
Okay, and we found some weird metal object that they pulled from some planet surface, so if you can find anything in the data banks that could help.
I'll check. I'll let you know if I find anything.
All right, I appreciate it, and well, with that, I'm going to turn to Dutch. Well, this is sealed because there's definitely a hull breach there. Do you want to go through there, or do you want to take the long way around?
Well, since we're on a time frame, we're gonna have to go through it.
All right. Don't know how bad it's gonna be. Just be prepared for. And then I will try to override. I'm gonna override the lockdown.
Okay. You override it, no problem. It opens. You feel like a little bit of a suction coming as it opens. And you can kind of feel a rush from behind you as if it pulled air kind of to brush against you.
Ugh.
You can see the continuation of the hallway. It appears to be a series of stateroom doors along the one side. They are all open. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 doors that you can see. And then it continues kind of like arcing up into another larger room by the looks of it.
Okay, first,
this must be where the explosion happened.
Yeah, we'll take a look in the stateroom doors, staterooms, just to see and kind of use them to help pull us along as we get closer to the big room.
Okay. And as you're coming along each of the staterooms, you can see there's one stateroom as you go near it. Its door is wide open. You can see that the bed is still made. Looks like it's been untouched. Second one looks to be like it had been slept in. Then you start going to the third one. And this one's in shambles. It looks like there's blood on the sheets. Like the bed had been kind of tousled a bit.
It seems like it's getting worse and worse.
Someone was here when something found them.
Well, it looks like we're on the right track anyway. We should see how far this goes and see what's in the next room here. It looks like
Yep.
nothing else is here.
Check the next one.
That one seems to be okay. The next one is open, but as soon as you come around there, you can see that it opens up into a commons area where you can see a kind of like a kitchenette area. And as soon as you walk in, it's kind of like there's a lava lamp that's kind of like had been exploded onto the side of the of one of the tables. You can see that there is a big video screen that has been totally smashed. Some sort of large entertainment area.
Well, I guess someone didn't like what they were watching.
In this
Oh,
room,
yeah.
there is also a iris valve at the end of it. Continuing on the side of the corridor.
Okay, we will head over to it, open it up, and
this one is like once again saying the low pressure area.
okay. So we'll open that one up, and
It opens up. You can feel once again another rush. And in this one, you can notice that it looks a little different in this area. It looks to be some sort of it's saying areas for the access for the maneuver drive.
Are we
There is
getting closer to the actual control panels, Ember?
I'm not sure. This place is it's a maze. At least if we can find out where that hole was, maybe we can figure out what caused it and
There are
see what they were.
two axis iris valves, one a little further than the other. The one looks to be for the it says intake. The other one says maneuver drive, jump drive.
Okay.
We think it's safe to say that we can both check a room.
Okay.
If you want to check the maneuver drives, I'll check the intake, see what's in there.
Sounds good. Just stay on the comms and
Stay on the comms and keep that weapon handy.
yep, you too.
You open up the Dutch. You open up the iris valve. It opens up, and what you see in here is kind of like a little control room. You can see a window looking out, and you can see the atmosphere of the gas giant. It's really close. The intake here is indicating that there is the presence of hydrogen within the vicinity. Very low, though. It's indicating on the sensor array. It's very small. It's kind of like just a kind of a secluded area, not very big, just room to kind of stand in and observe. Kind of. It does have some controls there.
Hey, Ember, there's really nothing here.
Okay.
We got low hydrogen levels, it says on this computer here, from what I understand. But other than that, it's just a front row seat of the gas giant.
Sounds
Yeah.
possibly like a fuel intake potentially or something like that, maybe.
All right,
And-
anything on your end?
Amber, you have opened up the iris valve. It opens up into an area where you can see something really strange. You can see that the wall continues on the one side, and it's got a big heave in it, like something had pushed it in. Something big. And you see a discarded pair of what looks to be really large bolt cutters. However, the bolt cutters look a little strange. They look like they've been like bent. And you do see a tarp hanging kind of awkwardly on a set of chains. Kind of like it's covering something up in the chains.
Well, Dutch, get over here as soon as you can, and I will go over and slowly move the tarp aside.
As
I'm
you
on my
are
way now.
As you are approaching the tarp, Ember, you notice that there is what appears to be like a pool of blood underneath it.
Well, I potentially have a body here.
I'm right beside you now.
Okay. I will wait until he joins, and then I'll pull it aside while he keeps an eye to make sure that nothing's going to jump out at us.
Shh. In the meantime, Warren, you and Frank heading towards, continue on up the corridor here, Frank, Warren. Looks to be all right. So yeah, basically you are still in the lab area, and basically you've rummaged around through here. Didn't find much more other than, you know, the category boxes for the different pieces of debris that you have found. The iris valve continues on, possibly once again continuing down that kind of one side corridor kind of thing.
I'm gonna see if I can't pile the artifacts into one tray and start bringing them with.
Okay.
I don't know about you, Frank, but if this don't pan out, I think we may have some luck wherever these came from.
Frank looks at it. He goes, "What if this is what caused all this problem?" Warren.
Yeah, I considered that, but we're obviously a little brighter than the previous crew here. I think we'll do okay.
I certainly hope so, Warren.
Hey, we bested the baddie.
Okay. Let's hope it was the only one. And he,
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
He collects them up and holds them to him. He's fairly loaded down. He's got all these like syringes and stuff like that loaded into his pockets.
Don't worry, I'll cover you.
He shakes his head. And, okay, Warren.
We can take turns.
You have another iris valve here. Continue on the.
I'll pop it open.
It opens up, and you see a corridor. Once again, it kind of has a strange kind of shape. You can see that it's indicating that there is once again another maintenance area with another maneuver drive signage up ahead. Maneuver drive A.
Let's check this out. Keep your eyes out for chips.
Continuing on,
and I was thinking, Frank, you know what? This android, whatever it was, may have stowed the chips. But then another thought is maybe it had pockets, and we blew those pockets to Kingdom Come.
Don't know, Warren. Don't know.
Tough call, right? Maybe we'll get lucky.
Says this one over here, Frank. I mean, Warren, looks to be a another lab. It's open. Iris valve. It's completely.
Poke my head in.
Poke your head in. Yeah, you can see that there's a lot of different equipment in here. Looks like a desk. Also a computer. Looks like you can see that there is a way to look into the previous area that you were in from this side, which you did not realize. It's kind of like a big transparent window. One way.
Gotcha. Rifle the room.
Checking everything.
Why don't you set that stuff on the desk while you help me, speed this up.
Yeah, looking through, you're kind of like wandering through. Here, you can see there is 2 more fuses.
Epic.
He's kind of counting in his head. Yes, we need 4 for the one side. If that is the case, I'm not sure if we're missing anything on the other maneuver drive we haven't checked out.
So what does that put us looking at?
He's like, well, we need
4
4
more?
for the other side. So we do have 4 now.
So 4 more. Gotcha.
If they are missing on the other maneuver drive.
Okay. Pocket those. See if there's anything else of value, and then move back to the hallway so we can continue the search.
Nothing else you can find of any worth in here other than the computer terminal itself. And you end up looking out past this area. You can see that there is what appears to be a locker and then another iris valve up ahead.
Give me the locker.
Check the locker. Open it up. You can see that there is a vacuum suit in here. Looks like a emergency medical kit and everything in here as well.
Okay. Pop the med kit open. Rummage around looking for chips. If not, put it back.
Checking through there, you are not finding any other fuses or anything.
All right,
In the meantime, off comes the tarp. You can see what appears to be a remains of a corpse. Its rib cage has been clipped open, like it had been cut down the rib cage on either side, and looking like it's been entirely hollowed out. The guts have been removed.
What the?
You can kind of see the desiccated corpse kind of just hanging on these hooks on these chains.
Who is this?
No shirt on it or anything. Looks like a man though.
Definitely not who we were looking for, but something must have been curious about us.
Hey, rest in peace.
Yep. Hopefully we don't come across whatever they did this. I'd rather not
I
end up
hope
like
not.
that.
There is another access valve which you can see from the ceiling from your position. Looks like you can access from a ladder which goes up there.
Okay. Shall we continue? The sooner we're done from this place, the better.
Yeah, let's get up there. Like
Get
I
up
said,
the-
we're on a time frame here. We can't stop and mourn the dead.
Nope. Well, we potentially got 7 more people somewhere around here.
Yeah.
Hopefully not in too many pieces.
Okay. Well, let's get up there. Let's go.
Yep.
Dutch makes his way over to the ladder, starts climbing it. Gets to the hatch. It opens up. And you hear somewhat of a humming noise up above.
Ember, do you hear that?
Perhaps.
I'm gonna get up there and see what it is.
You head on up, and inside you can see it's the jump drive system. You can hear the hum of the fusion reactors up here.
Well, I found the jump drive.
There doesn't appear to be there appears to be like a little place for somebody to monitor, like a little seat and a little console.
Ember, I need your electronic expertise here.
I'll access the computer and get what info I can off of it, but
Tick, 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 tick. You end up going up there and finding out that jump drive is operational. maneuver drive is showing that there is no something's wrong. It's showing that there is no connection being made to the maneuver drive. It's giving you some possibilities. There could be a wire shortage, no fuses, blown fuses. Other than that, it's just speculating, not analyzing what could possibly be the problem.
Well, we could potentially jump this thing out of here, but it's not going to go anywhere other than that.
Why? What's wrong?
So, but the something's wrong with the maneuver drives. Don't know what. It's not really my area of expertise, unfortunately.
I might know a thing or two. I do have some mechanic skills that I did in training. Where are the
Right.
maneuver drives?
Yeah, they're
We-
down below.
Down below, we definitely, we're close to one. I mean, worst comes to worst, if things seem to go a little bit weird, perhaps with this bigger ship, we may be able to get out of here if we have to make a fast exit. But
Well, that's
who knows where we would end up?
yeah. Well, let's take a look at the maneuver the drives first.
You go down below once again. You can see that there's a array of different venting systems down below here with all the machinery and everything. This is obviously the maneuver drive.
All right, let me take a look.
You're looking it over. You're kind of speculating, looking at the drive systems. You don't make a rudimentary mechanic roll.
Let me see what's going on with this machine.
And you're like looking it over, going, okay. Realize the computer did say something about fuses.
I'm not seeing any.
You're finding a panel, and you see that it has been kind of unlatched.
What is in here? There's something missing. Oh,
Inside,
fuses.
you find that there are no fuses in the fuse box. Looks like there's supposed to be 4 to be positioned in this box.
Remember, the fuses are missing.
That's not good.
Someone must have came in here and ransacked the ship while we didn't come here yet.
Probably could potentially the thing that messed the whole thing up in the first place.
Hold on a second there.
Yeah.
Tristan,
Yes, sir.
who belongs to that ship? Who's the owner of it?
This ship that you're
Yeah.
on?
No, the one that we're beside that we came up to.
The small one.
Yeah, the small one.
Saying it's underneath the name Warren Ajax.
Can you do a check on the name? See if anything pops up.
He does a check. Had some declarated kind of service under the Scouts. Appears that he had a bit of a run-in on an episode on a planet by the looks of it. Something about some alien kind of thing, and wasn't too happy about it. He ended up leaving that system, going elsewhere.
Oh, it looks like this is elsewhere.
Hold on, let me go ahead and bring up some charts here. Hold up. He goes, let's go ahead and we can probably key into their communication systems here. Let's try
Can
a
you patch them through?
few different channels here. Hello? Warren. Nope, not that one. Hello, Warren. Warren, are you there, Warren? suddenly, Warren, you start hearing a crackle coming over your communication systems. Warren, are you there, Warren? Warren, Ajax.
Frank, that you, Frank?
No, I'm beside you.
You hearing that? You hearing
Yes.
that?
Somebody.
Yeah, this is Warren Ajax. Who am I speaking with?
Oh, this is Tristan Bowditch. I'm. Are you guys on board of the lab ship, Everest?
Yes, as a matter of fact, we've taken possession of it under the rights of salvage. The report has already been filed.
Oh, okay. Have you seen Cheryl Riggs?
No, whoever the former crew were, they were murdered by apparently an experimental android mechanoid monstrosity that did horrible things to everybody on board. As far as we know, we haven't encountered any living survivors.
Okay, I've got a couple of guys on board. I'll patch you through. You hear some crackling, and then suddenly, Dutch, you start hearing a bit of a conversation over your intercom system.
Hello, this is I don't even know what my rank is anymore, but this is Dutch. I'm a security guard for Tristan on the ship. Are you on board the lab vessel?
Yes, we've taken ownership of it under the rights of salvage, and trying to make sense of the mess we found on board. If I were you guys, maybe we could meet up somewhere, friendly like, but do be on the lookout. There may be more of the experimental androids that were being assembled or researched here on the station, and they are not too friendly. You may have seen some of their handiwork throughout the ship. They terminated everybody on board, as far as we know.
We've encountered two of them, one with the rib cage ripped open and the other one with their eyes and fingers missing.
Yeah, whatever they were working on this station was highly irregular and did not end well for anybody. So
well, we are on the vessel ourselves. We are in the first maintenance room where the jump drive was originally posted.
The maneuver drive.
Or maneuver drive.
I tell you what,
I don't know English very well, apparently.
That's okay. It's a big galaxy. How about we meet up at the maneuver drive area? Nice and friendly like. Seeing as how we could probably use some assistance here, we may be willing to cut you guys in on the salvage.
We will stand down and we will meet and rendezvous at the maneuver drive.
Just a heads up, there's a bigger, possibly, we don't know if it's a salvage ship heading this way, 300 tons or so.
Any of you guys handy with a turret?
I have experience with turrets, but we don't have any power to this ship. And the one that we have on our ship only has one turret. This one apparently comes with two.
I was under the impression this ship had 4.
The ship does have 4, but this ship has no power on it right now.
Possibly
at least not enough to run the turrets.
Still works, but yeah, so we can get out of here if need be. But once there, who knows where we'll be, and we won't be able to move from that spot.
Yeah, I don't feel like splitting up the spoils any further with a third party.
Understandable. Is there a main power source in this ship location?
Yeah, there has to be. Otherwise, there would be no
come
lights. But first things first, let's meet up and get through the preliminaries, and then see what we can do to get the guns online.
Josh, Ember, you hear a kabam, kabam happening on one of the iris valves.
Oh, wow.
You can hear it you can see it thud like it's vibrating.
We've got
Get the hell
company.
out of there.
And,
Get the hell out of there. Run.
And you can kind of see these little tendrils come through the iris valve towards you, and it starts pulling it apart.
I think we found that monstrosity.
There's
Make
another
haste
one.
on wherever we're gonna go.
And we will leave it there at our 1 hour and 30 minute mark.
Of course.
I'm so glad I didn't have to shoot you guys. So glad I didn't have to shoot you guys.
No.
You know,
I mean, there
I'm
might
so
not be much
glad
of us left.
my hair trigger finger didn't.
Nice work,
just
nice
start
work,
tapping.
Rick.
Alrighty. Whew. That was tough to try to stay in narrator mode and
No, you did great. You did great.
keep everything kind of like a little bit more concise and smaller in my descriptions a little bit.
You know, my
if
favorite
you-
saying
if
for the
If
day
you make
right
one
now.
little slip up per episode, I think, being that we're all only human, I think it's forgivable. I know where I made mine, and old habits die hard, but
I know it's rough to kind of get your headspace into that kind of thing. Yep,
Yeah.
definitely.
Hey, what's up, nerd? Yeah, it's really hard. I was listening to Abe, and it's so hard to ask, to articulate, what the hell am I seeing at this particular instance? When we were looking at the table, it just there's something about that kind of thing. Otherwise, everything else is pretty good. Other than it's not that hard. It's just old habits die hard, and when you kind of get really into it, it's almost easier to make those mistakes sometimes.
It's instinct to ask questions. That's kind of how we were always raised and taught. So we learn.
Yeah.
And so you try to
You
get away
can
from that.
you can still
Well, not in the
ask
same way.
questions. You can ask questions through the actions of your character. Is what
Right,
we're trying to,
but some
trying
of
to do a
those-
little bit more.
Some like I was asking Abe, when I want to know the color of something, it's so much more work, to articulate, the role play way to do that versus,
I mean, you could say I am looking at the thing to determine its color, and you can do something like that instead.
Yeah,
of,
it's it's so unnatural, because we don't
That's
do
it
that.
more so.
Yeah. But it's kind of a different kind of mindset for sure. I'm sure once we get kind of if we're gonna do this continually for weeks on end, it'll come a little bit more natural to us if we kind of keep up with it.
Yeah, you know me. I wanted to get back to this specific scenario.
I know you've been aching to come back to this.
I want to know what's on that planet. I want to know what's on that planet, knowing that I got a freaking bank load of ducats from the salvaging off of this lab ship. I know what these things run. It's too lucrative to just give up and just go. Well, I guess it's just going to crash into the gas giant. My ass.
Alrighty. Well, I think that is a pretty good, successful, pretty much, what we could do for our first time coming back and after my vacation time. And
yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing some vids of your vacation, your jamming, and hearing some.
Yeah, I took a lot of photos. The jamming was very jammy. I was kind of like I was practicing with a group of guys that were kind of like getting themselves ready for a big kind of gig that's coming up for them. But I'll talk to you about that on the flip side. In the meantime, we'll go ahead and end this episode on once again the high note. Hey, you guys. Hey, since you made it this far in the video at the end, you may as well hit that subscribe button. Because it's free. Honest, it's free. Just go ahead and hit it. I'm learning stuff. You're learning stuff. We all learn together. Subscribe. Just do it.